Who knew? Who knew that one of the most hated reoccurring people on the Stern Show was really so loved at the end of the day?
Can I ask you a question, Shuli? Do you sincerely think he was hated? I realize there was hateful comments and there was hateful, feedback, but in my opinion, most of it was simply to garner a reaction from Eric.
I think there were certain people at times that were exhausted or frustrated with Eric. Maybe they lost sight of the bigger bit picture, and that's a credit to Eric. He is an actor at the end of the day. So, he got them hook, line, and sinker into, but also Eric was not a guy that was going to kiss anybody's ass either. And that was a beautiful thing about him. I love that.
He was like the ultimate villain. I mean, he really was,
Yeah, I think there were people that legit hated him.
He loved wrestling and he chose the heel, I mean, that's what he did. And he was so fantastic at it,
I have some insight on that too.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of fans message me and say they hated Eric when Eric was on the show when he was alive, but then after when he was gone and what the show became afterwards and missing Eric, not having Eric on the show, then they realized the gold he was on the show.
Absolutely.
And got a new opinion.
Absolutely. And it's more about Eric not being there than the show being different, because let's say Eric's still around and the show is what the show is now, you're not going to have the same Eric and Howard interaction. They're going to be flying him around the world and making all his wishes come true. And that's not what the love affair was between Howard and Eric. Yeah, he got him acting gigs. Eric got on TV shows that in no way would he probably have gotten on without Howard. So that was kind of always the payoff to being a Wack Packer. If you knew that you were a Wack Packer, was converting it into outside stuff, or at least having somebody in your team that could help you do that.
That's interesting.
Got him on TMZ.
I mean, all the Wack Packers, and I love them all. Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not even talking shit at all. But most of them, if not all of them, are really one-dimensional to me. Eric was like, it's like I said, he was a real villain. I mean, he was just amazing at what he did. I mean, you never knew what you were going to get with him. And, with Beetlejuice, you kind of know what you're going to get. With the rest, what you're going to get. But with Eric, you never knew it was coming,
It was true. I want to mention real quick, we all live and play in this Dabbleverse, and at times it can be very toxic. Here's an example of how much people hated Eric. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jan, but they called and contacted the government to get his funds fucked with, right?
About 5 times.
Hey, thanks for watching that clip. We got a bunch more stuff from a bunch of different other shows. So if you want to support us, you want to be a part of what's happening here, subscribe, notify, and get yourself a membership. 2 levels, $5, $10. We got more bonus shows than we know what to do with. So help us out. Get in here.